Hi.
Hey
I'm Greg.
girls, what's up everyone? Welcome to tonight's new coach training / whoever needs this training. I'm going to be providing these trainings once a week. I think just from here to the end, as we go recruiting, this is going to be a resource available to your coaches. So as you girls are signing up, you have something to plug them into. I think for a while, I've just taken advantage. A lot of our old team knows a lot of the old social media tactics that I would teach. Crystal, you are in the bath. Oh my gosh, I love you.
I am.
Can I join you there? I think that we've kind of taken for granted that everyone just knows the social media tactics that I know I build my business on. And just recently, I'm like, we need to be doing this and reminding the girls the basic stuff that definitely comes easy to me. And I know a lot of my old school girls, they know this, but I want to sharpen your girls' skills, your social media, your marketing, your branding skills. And that's what tonight's going to be about, how to build your own brand. Now, I want everyone to take out a piece of paper, and this is a fun little exercise that's going to help you to think about who the heck you are and what message you want to share. So I want you to grab a sheet of paper. And of course, I don't have one pen near me. Hold on, I'm going to tell my son to bring me a pen. Tell Luke to bring me a pen. Okay, on this sheet of paper, I want you to just number it 1 through 5. 1 through 5. And I want you to think non-Beachbody related, non-fitness, or I guess fitness could be there if you're truly like, oh, this is what I love. But I want you to write down 5 things that you love in any category. You could be a cat lady. You could be like obsessed with Starbucks. And that's the thing. I want you to think of brands, stores, specific like products or foods. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. I've got a plethora now. So 5 things that you love, that you can think like, oh, I'm so passionate about this. Is it food? Do you love trying new restaurants? All right, I want you to write that down. When it comes to building your brand, you want to create an environment where you are known for something. And I kind of talked about this in a post earlier. You want people to be able to close their eyes and be able to say, oh, Gabby, that's the girl that loves her cat. That's the girl that, is always talking about God. Whatever it is, you want people to tell you to be able to relate with you. So the main purpose of identifying what are the 5 things that you love is so that you could have a whole bunch of people saying, me too. You want when someone comes to your page that they're going to say, oh my gosh, I love Trader Joe's too. I'm obsessed with Starbucks Frappuccinos too. So whatever it is, you want it to be things that people, can find in common with you. Now, a few could be wild card things, like very specific that maybe other people don't like, but it still describes you. So yeah, let's write down this list, and I'm going to have a few of you share, and I'm going to make an example out of you and share with you how you use this to build your brand. So the very first thing is understanding who you are, and then the next thing is, who do you want to talk to? Who do you want to talk to? And you really got to ask yourself that. A lot of times we do kind of dig into like someone like us. So if you're a student, you're going to say like, oh, other students, other people that are newlyweds or whatever. But is that who you want to talk to? When you're looking at the camera and you're talking, who is the specific girl? Who is she? What does she look like? What is her life like? So I'll give you an example. When I think of who I want to talk to, who do I want to talk to? When I'm looking into the camera on my Instagram stories, I'm talking to a mom who is tired, not putting herself first, not being consistent with her fitness and nutrition, but she loves this stuff. Like, she loves eating healthy. She loves working out, but she just can't get back to her old ways. But she loves this stuff. So she's following food accounts. She's drinking her kombucha. Even though she's chubby and overweight, she loves getting her green juices. That's who I'm talking to, okay? I'm looking at that girl that loves this, but is just on the struggle bus. Who would like to share an example of the girl that they are looking into the camera talking to? Does anyone want to share? Maybe this is the first time you're even thinking about this, but just off the top of your head, who could you say, like, this is who you want to talk to?
I think just because of my age group, I think a lot of people who are watching me are people who, like, it's been a couple years since they got out of high school. Now, like, they're getting into adulthood and, like, there's more stress. So now the weight is packing on, like, our metabolisms are slowing down. And it's like people who used to be fit maybe like 4 or 5 years ago are now gaining weight and they don't really recognize themselves, or maybe aren't too proud of what they see in the mirror because they always pictured themselves to be this skinny, fit person that they were in high school, but they're not anymore because they can't find time to work out because they're not, like, there's no mandatory workout or like athletic clubs or anything like that.
I love that, Shirley. I love that. So does anyone else want to share? You're looking at the camera, guys. You're talking to this girl. Who is she? Write in the comments if you don't even know, and be honest, because the purpose of this call is to help you with that. Write in the comments. Is up to right now, as a coach, you have no idea who you're talking to. I want to see who that is. So, Shirley, I loved how you described that because it is perfect. You're talking to, when you're like graduated like 4 or 5 years ago, the memory of high school is still pretty fresh. You could still say, like, in high school, I was super athletic. I was a cheerleader. Like, you know, once it's been about 10 or 15 years, that's a little like, okay, now you're talking maybe about your college years or whatever. So you need to, once you can identify who this girl is, then, guys, you can look into your camera, everything that you can say. So Shirley, you would say stuff like, guys, you know how it is. We used to be athletic. And you always want to talk like you relate. You never want to come across like, you know, I'm working out. Don't give me your excuses, you little lazy girls. You want to be like, guys, I know what it's like. I was struggling to get this in, and it's so stressful because now we're adulting and we're paying bills and this is crazy and we don't have time anymore. I want to help you. I want to show you a quick solution. Or when you make a post about how you've transitioned and created a new healthy routine for yourself, you can talk about, I know what it's like, guys, to be stressed and to have a new career and, you know, kind of the pressures of being an adult, officially an adult. I've been there, but here's what I'm doing. And then boom, you give the solution. So you don't want to just like talk about the problems all the time. You want to be solution oriented. So you want to be able to say, girl, I've been there. I feel that. Here's my solution for you. Okay. So once you can identify that, have you guys ever heard of the saying, if you're speaking to everyone, you're speaking to no one? Have you ever heard that saying, guys? And let me tell you why that's so important. Because if right now, Shirley, you got on and you were like, guys, you know, the stress of adulting, or maybe you just had a baby or maybe you're like kids moved out and you're empty nesting. And it's like, okay, you're all over the place. Like, who are you talking to? But if you could really hone in and really keep digging into your target person and say, guys, you're stressed. You're adulting now. You're paying bills. You don't have time. You used to be an athlete. Now you're talking to me, as opposed to like, you kind of talked about me and then you just brushed over me and said, well, maybe you're a new mom. Maybe you're, you know, it's like you didn't get a chance to connect with the person. So you might look at your following and think, oh, but I know, like, I know a lot of people who go to like Orange Theory follow me, like just a ton of people. I know that those are the girls, they already are doing something. So you might look at your following and just be like, yeah, my people, blah, blah, blah. Because sometimes people do that. You think like, yeah, I'm just, you know, all my Instagram followers are like people from church, or they're not really interested in this or that. Here's what happens when you start talking to your people. Like, it's kind of like cream rising to the top. The people who are supposed to be there and who are going to one day buy from you and care about what you have to say, they will just rise up to the top and stay there. Whereas the people who don't care about what you're talking about, they're not going to be engaged. And eventually, they're never going to buy from you, so they're not your people. They're not your target audience. So it's so important, guys, that you figure out who the girl is, who the girl that you're talking to is. And let me tell you why. I know my sister, when she was doing this business, she focused a lot on overcoming depression and how working out helped her with depression. She talked about it all the time. It was part of her brand. Anytime that I met someone and they told me, like, yeah, I'm struggling with depression, I always said, oh my gosh, my sister has a blog. She totally talks about depression on her blog. And I would always say, you gotta look at this girl. Somebody says, oh, I'm having thyroid issues. Oh my gosh, there's this girl on my team that has had major thyroid issues and she's overcoming it. And I would always refer them to her. Like, not necessarily pointing business that way, but I would say, hey, you got to check out my friend. She's also doing this and she has thyroid issues. It's because I know that that's that person's brand. Okay? So right now, who's the top person that comes to my mind when I think of like someone that wants more information on Disney? I'm going to think of Elizabeth Madero. Elizabeth is a Disney freak. It's all she posts about, talks about. She has socks and pants and everything Disney. Who is going to be the first person I'm going to refer when someone's like, hey, any tips on, we're coming to Disney, any tips on what to do? So that's what you want to try to create for yourself, you guys. You want to be the girl that XYZ, okay? The girl that, and here's the thing. The reason why I want you to think of the top 5 things is because when you go on social media, and this is how you build a brand, you guys. And you're like, okay, what do I talk about? So let's write these down. Has anyone written down their 5 so that I can go over this exercise with you? Who wrote down the 5 top things that they love? Anyone?
I didn't write it down, but I know it.
Okay, what is it? Tell me. I'm gonna write it down.
Amazon.
Amazon.
Reading.
Okay.
Makeup.
Okay.
Fashion. Cooking.
Cooking. I was gonna say, but you're cooking. Okay, now Crystal, let's dive, and this kind of goes back to that Melanie Neutral talk. Let's dive deeper. Amazon, what kind of Amazon? Like, are you shopping mainly for clothes, Amazon Prime deals? So you're shopping for Amazon clothes.
Yes.
What kind of books are you reading?
Romance.
Romance, okay. Makeup, is it natural makeup? Is it fashion? Is it Sephora? Or are you doing NYX at Target, high-end?
It's a mix. It's a mix between drugstore and Sephora.
Okay, well, would you more identify as a Sephora girl or a drugstore girl?
If I look into my makeup bag, I would say it's mostly Sephora stuff.
Okay, that's important. Okay, and fashion. Let's get a little more specific with fashion. You know, are you comfy chic? Are you high-end brands? Are you?
No. I think I tend to go more towards like edgy looks, 90s fashion. I like American Eagle and Express. Those are my brands.
Okay, that is 90s-ish printed shirts, plaid. Okay, and cooking, are you cooking like big recipes with a lot of ingredients? Are you like,
No.
so you're fast?
Yeah, simple. It has to have under 10 ingredients and it has to be quick.
Simple and quick, let's just say that. Simple and quick, but delicious. Okay, so you got even more specific. Do you girls see, this is where I want you to take your list, okay? Don't just tell me Starbucks, Target, okay? What at Starbucks? Are you a Frappuccino freak? It has to be specific, because to just say Amazon, it's like, okay, are you buying furniture on Amazon? Are you buying clothes? Are you buying makeup? Are you shoes? I mean, I know Amazon, you could buy everything, but tell me the things like I buy all my groceries from Amazon or whatever, like very specific. Because again, what is our goal? What do we want people to say when they come to our page? 2 words. What is it? What do we want people to say when they come to our page?
Me too.
Me too. Me too. I love Frappuccinos from Starbucks too. Oh my gosh. Me too. I shop at Sephora. I'm like, my husband's always yelling at me because I'm going to Sephora and spending all my money there. Me too, girl. That's what we want. When people come to our page, we want them to say me too. Now, today, not a lot of people participated, but I asked people what they felt my brand is in preparation for tonight. I've asked this before in my stories, and it's really cool because I love the way that people describe me. I say, yes, I'm getting my message across. So here's what people said. And look, they're all kind of similar. One girl said, pretty food pics, fitness motivation, mom life, and devotional time with God. Workouts, singing, meals, enjoying your beautiful backyard and your family. Another girl said God, your family, cooking recipes, and just being the real you. So 2 out of the 3 mentioned my faith. Other people just said, my fitness, my meals. All 3 of them said my meals. So only a few girls responded on that, but it's common. Like when people tell me, yeah, I love that you XYZ, I'm like, yes, you get, like my brand is coming across. That is my brand. So that's what we're trying to create here, guys. Now, once we have our 5, you don't have to look at your Instagram and be like, oh, what do I post about? If you're true about building your brand, then you're gonna look at one of the 5 and say, I have to post about one of these 5 things. Now, I even suggest narrowing it down to like the top 3, because 5 could be much, but 5 is enough. I think 5 is enough that it gives you some variety where it's not all beach body, right? I think all of us are here because we do enjoy fitness or healthy living. So that is gonna be one of your things, But again, be specific. Are you a weights girl? Are you a cardio junkie? Do you love yoga? So even the type of workouts that you identify with, you want to just say that. You want to say that. So the first thing that you need to do in building your brand is make sure that your bio represents who your brand is. See right there? I should be able to go to your bio and say me too. Now, this bio is going to go evolving and changing. Mine has changed 100 times. Currently, mine says, healthy living inspo for busy women who want to feel and look their best. Daughter of God, bomb recipes, Trader Joe's junkie. I used to say, like, I used to say things like, I don't even know, palm tree lover, handstands. Maybe I could even hone this down, but I just recently changed this because now I did want people to know when they came to my page that this is what I'm providing them with. Healthy living inspo for busy women. Now that is a little more salesy, if you will. I think when you're starting off, you don't want to just say things like Beachbody coach in your bio, okay? If you have it, take it off and let's just learn and move from it. You don't have to, like, if you've been doing it, you're just doing the rookie mistakes that we all make. We all say Beachbody, Shakeology. No more of that, because the only people you're going to be targeting are other coaches, okay? But we all do it because, of course, we're excited. We have our Shakeology, so hashtag Shakeology, hashtag Beachbody. But we're not going to do that anymore because that's not really helping your brand. That's just attracting more coaches to your page. And we don't need coaches, okay? We need prospects. We need people who want to buy from us one day and who want to identify and say, me too. So that bio. I think that anyone that has like a solid one, we can post it on the team page to just share ideas. And what I want to challenge you girls to do is share yours as well. So I'll start a thread on the team page, and I would just love to see a bunch of comments with what your bio looks like. And then I'll look at them and I'll critique them or tell you, get more specific, you know. And I even feel when you're filling out your bio, you want to use words like that are expressive. So I said Trader Joe's junkie because it's like a Trader Joe's junkie is like someone who's like obsessed with it. You know, I could have put Trader Joe's obsessed, but whatever. I said junkie. So you want to say, instead of just yoga, you want to say like, you know, yoga obsessed or yoga lover, something that like expresses a little more detail or more of an adjective about how you feel about that. So again, you don't just want to say reading, you want to say romance books. You know, Crystal honed in on hers to say romance reading is her favorite. Sorry. Oh, okay, so does that make sense? Any questions up until this point about your bio and about the 5?
So I have a question about the bio. Should we be under like a business Instagram? Because my bio only lets me do like 30 characters, so I can't really get much. Like I was doing it the other day and I couldn't.
So on Instagram, you just have to do it on your notes first and you can get more in there. So go to your notes on your iPhone, write it out, and you'll be able to paste it. For some reason, when you do notes and carry it over, you can go longer. But another thing, I think for right now, you need to be personal. And the reason is because you can link your Instagram to your Facebook page. And you never know who's going to watch you on Facebook. Recently, one of our coaches, Elizabeth, was kind of like hitting some dead ends with Instagram. You know, in the last year, she's done really well. She tapped into her Facebook, started posting her stories there, and like, you know, she posted about her free water group on Instagram and got like 5 people. She posted it on Facebook and got 30. So I think that it's important to, if you're a personal page, you can set up your phone to share on your Facebook as well. And I would do that, even if you don't go there. It's about getting visible, that visibility. Okay, what else? Any questions about that, guys? About your bio, you can use emojis, make it fun, you know, make it represent you. I like putting in some emojis, but sometimes, yeah, you run out of space. So we are thinking of our top 5 things. By thinking of the top 5 things, it allows you to know what to post about. And you just do a rotation of those things, guys, a rotation of those things. Now, obviously, if you want to post like your fitness video or like you doing your workout, your sweaty selfie, that's always going to be the one post. And then you got to just fit one more in. I recommend at least posting 2 times. Now, if you're really active on your stories, then just do the one. I've gone like 2-3 days before not posting on my feed, but posting on my stories every day, and that's okay. Like today, that's okay. Back in the day, they were teaching us to post like 5 times a day on Instagram. Gary Vee, he's a big social media strategist and like big entrepreneur. He says that there is no such thing as posting too much on Instagram. So he's all for like the more you post, the more visible you are. And he's like, I don't think there should be a limit. But obviously we have lives, we work, we, you know, have families to tend to, and you're not going to just be, because posts typically take longer because you're like trying to think of what to write. But I promise you guys, if you can stick to your top 5, and in there, in your 5, I want you to add a 6. And this is super, what? Did I lose you guys? No, sorry. This is, can you guys hear me? Yeah, okay. This is super important, guys. One of your posts, at least once a week, needs to be your coaching story, okay? That has to be one of yours. If you want to grow this business and you want to build a team of other like-minded women, you have to share this coaching story at least once a week. When I started as a coach, I would diligently post about it once a month, you know, like saying, okay, I'm doing my thing, sharing once a month about coaching. It's not enough. If you want to get your message across and you want people to know what you do, and you want to recruit a team, you have to be doing this every single week. And your coaching story doesn't have to be the long old spiel about you used to be depressed, and you know, you don't have to take it back to when you were in high school, but you could just say, you know what, I've been so accountable, more like so consistent, more than I ever have, and I want to, you know, I give all the credit to coaching, because ever since I signed up as a coach, I'm showing up, I'm being more accountable, and having you guys cheer me on, it's so encouraging. I love it. And that's it. It's a little drip. It's a little drip. Now, once a month, you're going to invite people to learn about the business. And we'll talk more about that later. But right now, we're focusing on your brand. Now, lastly, we have 8 minutes. We're going to talk about your image, your pictures. So, guys, you want to think of Instagram as your magazine, like it's a magazine cover, okay? When I go to your Instagram, and this is the way that Instagram is, okay? You have to have a variety. Your pictures have to be visually appealing. So it's okay to post a sweaty selfie, you know, you're proud, you did it 10 o'clock at night, you killed it, you crushed it, and you can go in like, yeah, I did it. But if I'm going to your feed and every single picture is a sweaty selfie, same pose, same position, then that's not good. I'm going to go to your magazine and I'm going to flip through the pages and see like same pic, same pic, same pic. Look at your feed, guys. Look at your feed and say, maybe I could fit in a food post right here. Because I got like so many of like me. Maybe I could take a nice picture of my Shakeology and like put a little strawberry in it and go outside and take a little nice picture in the snow. You know, if you live in a snowy place. Look, take a step back and look at, if you have a selfie for all of your pics, then do self-timer. Get the self-timer, step back, and do a pic more like this, and switch up the position. So now I have like a full body, I'm using my self-timer, maybe I'm sitting on the floor like this, or I come in like this, different position. Does that make sense, guys? So that aesthetically, like I can look at your page and there's just variety. There's one of you stretching. There's one of you maybe holding up your leg, you know, whatever. Different. So don't just show me the same angle, the same thing every time. You want to make sure you have that variety in your page, okay? Basics. Get in, the best lighting is always going to be in front of a window. If you're behind and you take a picture, it's going to be whited out. You always want to just turn around and get that natural lighting. Of course, there's apps, and I will, if you want to write them down, the apps that I use to like make my face just look like clear and nice. I don't go overboard, you guys. I hate when people look completely airbrushed, but I'll, you know, a little blemish here and there. It's called Facetune 2. Facetune 2. It's free, and what I use, there's an option to retouch, and I simply use the conceal. And with conceal, I'll just go like a little bit, tiny bit, still make sure I have some wrinkles, but that I don't look like, you know, that the picture just looks nice. Like, oh, that's a pretty picture. okay? So don't feel bad if you're like, oh, I take horrible pictures. You just don't have a good app, guys. You don't have a good app that you're using. Trust me. I could turn any regular like picture like bomb looking, okay? Later on, we can go a little further deeper into picture taking. But for right now, just in closing, guys, this is how you start to build your brand. I think the most important thing you have to understand when it comes to building your brand is it takes time. It takes time to really hone in. You're going to be growing, and maybe you thought you were into, you know, something, but then it's going to change. So it really takes time to get there, and you have to be understanding with yourself and forgiving. Even if you're like, who the heck am I? What do I like? What am I into? What do I really offer people? Some people are like, I have a boring life. I just go to work and I come back. Or, you know, whatever it is. Trust me, there's things about you. Do you like love cleaning products? You know, it may sound boring to you, but people are into like different stuff, you know, Star Wars or video games, like whatever it is. You have to identify as that person, and that's going to take some time. Lizzie's talking about batching your photos. We can briefly talk about this, but let's dig more deep, because I actually have like a calendar and like what to do when you're batching. But basically, guys, batching is for you girls that are super busy and you work full time and you just don't have time to take nice pictures. Maybe you work out at night. Shirley, I know you've been working out at night. Maybe the lighting isn't so good. So batching your photos means that you're going to, on a Saturday, you're going to take a pink shirt, a red shirt, and a blue shirt, and you're going to just go out and take a bunch of pictures, okay? And you're going to do different positions, and you're going to be standing, and then you're going to change your shirt, and you do enough to where you can just have things to post about throughout the week. Gone are the days where you have to post a right now picture. Like, I can't post a picture in a green shirt from last week because everyone saw me on my stories with my purple sweater. No, you don't. That doesn't. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. No one's keeping tabs. I'm like, wait a minute. She's wearing blue on her post, but purple in her stories. Nobody's keeping tabs, guys. This is actually a huge breakthrough and a blessing for all of us that work and that have lives and just don't have time to take, you know, take your time taking beautiful pictures. So you will basically like just get different outfits. You can do workout clothes, regular clothes, and you'll just do a little photo shoot. Take a friend, take a husband, whoever's willing to be a good sport and not make you feel dumb because you want to take 30 of the same pose. Unless your husband's a Instagram husband, I say take your friend. Your husband might get frustrated or your boyfriend or whatever. So, okay, we can go more into depth about picture taking. I think I have a training already on that, but okay, we have 2 more minutes left. Any questions about this, guys? Do you feel, if you feel a little more clarity and you feel like, okay, I get this, comment it in the chat. Let me see if you feel like, okay, I can do this. I can make some changes. I definitely can tweak some things, be more specific. I want you girls to know that this process, it takes time. And you have to come into this, guys, with building your brand and building your business with a long-term mentality. If you're coming in short for the quick fix and the quick win, I mean, you're gonna have wins along the way, but you have to be here for the long haul. It's just part of it. I wish I could tell you like, hey, you could grow your Instagram in 3 months, but it just doesn't work that way. So, okay, let's get a quick picture. We have less than a minute. Whoever can come in, come in. Ready, Jacob? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, I cut you girls off. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect, guys. All right, I'll let you know about team call because we typically have team calls on Thursday. Let's see if we still end up doing a call, but I definitely want to do these like new coach trainings every single week for you girls, okay? So I'll see you. Bye.